Great to see you again, and it's awesome to meet you. Congratulations, you two, but we're going to start off with this. Both of you seriously need time out. I mean...
On the stairs, 3 minutes, at least.
Yeah, and maybe no dessert. You two in this movie, not in real life, your character. No, you're fine. Okay, let me clarify. She's giving me the, Dave, you're mean. Your characters need time out.
Sure, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
Go sit in timeout, Flora, right now.
Yeah, there you go.
See?
See? There.
Because, wow, they're brats.
Yeah, they're the worst. So there's a lot of layers to them. They, that's also what drew us, I think, to the thing, and, to the characters is because, they're really unpredictable. Like, my character is super, one point he's pretty sweet, and then the next point he's pretty terrible and sexist and awful, and then the next moment he's scared, and so he's battling literally himself, he's constantly fighting himself, and Flora, I mean, the one thing that doesn't change in the whole movie is our relationship.
Yeah.
Our characters kind of have these weird arcs where we kind of get darker and weirder, but it's
towards the end.
Yeah, but
we all get darker.
But the relationship that Flora and Miles have is the one thing that doesn't change.
Yeah.
So when I walked in, I told you I was terrified of scary movies.
Yeah.
But you kind of said that you like scary movies.
I kind of do. I kind of don't.
You respect them.
Yes, I respect them. I get this kind of feeling that they're. I love the sitting on the edge of your seat part. I don't like the scary, bloody.
Yeah, she likes the lead up.
I don't like the jump scares or
Yeah, that kind of stuff.
So what scares you though? And I've got a great one for you. We're gonna follow up with you.
Okay.
But what scares you in real life?
All right.
Here, buckle up. There's a list.
Pennywise.
Hey.
In Tombstone, I went to this place and they just did an air blowout thing, and I was like, ah!
Oh.
I just scared myself out of my pants. It was I'm really scared. I'm really scared of the dark. I'm really scared of frogs. I'm really scared of everything.
And I've never asked you that question, even though we've talked about scary movies before.
There's a few things.
He's scared of spiders.
I am kind of scared of spiders. Not if they're crawling around, I'm whatever. But if they're very close to me, I'm not. Neither does anyone. But I used to be scared of turbulence on a plane. Now I fly so much, it's whatever, who cares?
Yeah.
It's also just a bump in the road, whatever. I used to be really afraid of. I was pretty afraid of the dark. Obviously, not now. Hopefully, I hope not. I wouldn't be afraid of the dark now.
He's too cool.
Yeah, too cool. I got pretty freaked out in horror films with ultra realistic violence, not the bloody whatever. I can handle blood, but the really realistic. I don't know if you saw Midsommar.
Yes.
That freaked me out. Yeah. That freaked me out.
But you mentioned spiders, and I'm not ruining anything.
No, but there are spiders in the movie.
With
many.
The spider. Can I ask? Was it
real?
Yes.
It's a mixture of a bunch of things. In the terrarium in my room, that's a real spider. On the spider in my hand, that's not a real spider. And then, which gag are you talking about specifically? Just in general?
Yeah.
It's a mixture. There's definitely real spiders, yeah.
Ugh. Okay, I don't care how much ice cream you have in the house. I am not going inside of that place.
Definitely
Creepy.
not. Yeah.
Creepy.
Yeah.
But great work.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yay, and you don't get time out in real life. You're awesome.
Yay.
Great to see you. Great to see you again.
You too?
This is pretty intense.
Good.
Your facial expressions in this movie, you go there is what I'm saying. So my first question for you, where do you go mentally? What do you think of when you're doing a scene? Because I was praying for you. I was praying for Kate.
Bless you. And she's fine. I don't know. I never know how to answer. I think there's probably a fun answer that I should make up to, but it's just I don't know. You have a job to do and then you're all right, I go this place. But I don't know what the space, it's not like a room.
No, but when you shoot a scene like that, obviously you're a wonderful actress. I love your work.
Thank you.
And so, but when you're in that mode, you really look terrified. And I know it's acting and I get all that. But do you feel the adrenaline? Do you feel
I think it just starts feeling, you just start believing something so much that your whole body produces, adrenaline and you feel sort of thumping with something. But it does feel like a really physical response on this more than other things. Like the being in a state of fear all the time, you do start to have this like Pavlovian response where you like get into a mindset and then your body tenses up and I don't know.
How do you calm down after a day of shooting?
I had the loveliest place that I was staying in Ireland in this little village called Dalkey. And it was this old cabin with just one little bedroom and a fireplace and a tiny kitchen, but it was all stone and right on the sea, and it was so lovely to come home to. And I would light a fire and then fill like 3 hot water bottles and just pad them around my body and sit in front of the fire and read, and it felt like I was just going back in time.
Because like when I said I was praying for Kate, I could feel the intensity because for this movie, for me in particular, I felt like I was seeing this film through Kate's character.
Great.
Dealing with the kids.
Yeah.
Brats.
Nightmare. Like, kill me.
Really? I told him just now.
Don't,
I said,
better kill me.
No, I said, really, you two need time out.
Yeah.
Poor little Brooklyn thought I meant it in real life. I said, no, it's the character, not you. But I felt like I was seeing this film through Kate, experiencing it. Am I kind of there? I mean, I know everybody.
That's the idea.
Okay.
I'm so delighted that it worked.
I'm glad I felt that.
Yeah.
What scares you?
Cockroaches. I don't love cockroaches. Really frighten me.
Don't come to Houston.
I won't. Thank
During
you.
the summer. No, come now because they're all. Yeah.
Oh, great! But
during
the
the summer they fly in Houston.
Yeah. I would live in New Orleans in a heartbeat, but I think that I would actually go mad with fear if I had to live in that sort of damp, hospitable environment.
We
for
name
cockroaches.
them now, and just to give them little houses. I'm kidding.
I actually don't like even talking about it.
Cockroaches. We'll move on.
Yeah.
And what else?
I can spook myself very easily. I used to have this old painting of a woman. I think she was a silent film actress, Pearl something, that was in my house growing up. And I used to think that, you know how when you're little, if you like swear privately, you feel like it's magic or something, you'd be like, fuck. I used to give her the finger and then run up the stairs.
I still do that.
Yeah. And I thought that was a way of warding off some sort of evil. But I still have that sort of running up the stairs fear that I can get it in my mind that there's a Pearl sort of person at the bottom of the stairs and to run up before they grab your feet.
I have been wanting to talk to you for a while because I come from radio and a lot of your music video work, just brilliant.
Thank you.
And so I want to address that in a little bit, but first we have to talk about this fantastic thriller. What drew you to this story? I mean, it's over 100 years old. What pulled you into The Turning?
Well, the mere fact that it's so interpretive. You know, you can read the book and read it as a ghost story. You could read it again and read it about a woman going mad. And so that interpretation, I think, is what's made this story live so long and also made so many people want to make their operas about it or make films about it. And so that was sort of my way in. I thought it was a great framework for very visual storytelling for that reason.
Talking about visual, where did you film this thing? Because it's just, I feel like the location is another character.
Yes.
There's no way I'm going in that house. I don't care how much ice cream you offer me. Ain't happening. But it's just the location, like the maze and everything about this. Where did you all shoot?
We found this house in Ireland. And it was very important to have, like you said, the house be a character in the movie. And this is a very, it displaces Kate. She comes in with this sort of Cinderella moment to want it to look like, wow, this house is so grand. How hard could it be taking care of this little girl? And then she gets there and things aren't what they seem. She gets lost in the hallways. There's, the dark shadows of the house also, sort of symbolize the dark shadows within her. So it felt like it was the great location.
I felt like I was Kate, actually, as I'm watching this movie, and I told Mackenzie that I really put myself in that character. I'm learning about those horrible kids. Just awful.
Yeah, and they feel like they're harboring secrets, and they kind of get her imagination going. And the last act of the film, it was designed to make you feel like you're with Kate. You're there, you believe everything. It's almost having an unreliable narrator.
I love your work, as I mentioned a second ago, about music video. I mean, Supernatural. I mean, you've done some incredible videos. But I'm sorry, E.T. with Katy Perry and obviously Marilyn Manson work. But you have like a supernatural look. Did you pull on any of that experience for this movie?
from directing music videos.
Yeah, the look of your videos, a lot of them have that supernatural kind of feel to it, at least for my interpretation of it.
Yeah.
So were you able to pull out any of that for this? Or?
Yeah, wow, that's just something that happens naturally. I guess I do pull on. I mean, I meditate a lot, and I do kind of feel like I put myself in a place when I create, not on set, but put myself in a place where I can draw on those other realms.
Right.
And they just give me this feeling of knowing when things are right. It's the reason why I keep painting. Is because of this sort of intuitive process that happens with you and the brush and the canvas and this idea that you have that you can't completely map out where you're going, but it feels, where to put the color and when it's done. And that sort of intuitive process I take, on set when you've got 100 people looking at you. And so it's always trying to still draw on that.
When you're doing a thriller like this and you're scaring people, as a director, are there moments that you go, I'm really going to get him at this one? This scene's really going to get him. Do you think that as you're filming?
No. Well, I only say that because it's such a friendly set. My mind's constantly thinking about how to make something better. How do I make the frame better? How do I, what note can I give to the actor? So I don't get in, I create the atmosphere and through the lighting and through the camera. But that comes out more in the edit. In the edit, it's about timing, how to get things kind of to pop out.